Hello, good morning to all of you. Myself, B.K Thakur, Assistant Professor in Sri Murli Manohar Town PG College, Balia. Today I am here to say something with you. I am going to share you something, whatever I have read and understand from my book. One day I was going through my book, science book, and in that way I found a chapter known as immunology. I was trying to understand what is the meaning of immunology. I searched it. I tried to understand the meaning of immunology, and I found immunology is the study of immune system. Then I stuck in mind, what is immune system? When I searched its meaning, immune system, it was written defense system of our body. Then I start thinking, why it is called defense system? There must be something similarity in defense system of a country and in defense system of immune system. When I search where immune system is found, it was written that it is found in our body. Then I start thinking, what are the similarities between defense system of a country and immune system of a body? When I start thinking, then I reach a point where I found that our body is not a body. It is like a country. For example, here I have drawn a figure of India, which is a country. And in India, citizens, Indians are living together. It means that a country is formed by human beings. In a country, people lives there. Then I start thinking, where is the defense system of a country? Then I found army, police system, navy system, air force system. Then I thought, in army, in police system, in navy, who are there? They are the Indian peoples. Beside them, the Indian peoples who are living, who are working in defense system of a country, they are similar to Indian peoples who are living in country. I found that these Indian peoples who are working or servicing in defense system are selected from common people. They are selected from common people according to their physical activities, physical performance. Then they are trained. Why they are trained? They are trained to fight against the foreign particles. Foreign particle, I mean say to that terrorist, invader in a country, and those illegal persons who arise in our country. These peoples are trained to control them. These peoples who are servicing in defense system of our country, they are trained not to allow the foreigner to get entry in our country. They are also trained how to identify the foreigner with our Indian peoples, or how to differentiate foreigner from our Indian citizens. They are trained many ways. They are trained in many ways to protect the country. Their main focus is to protect the country, and for that they are trained in several ways. Then I thought, after getting this information about the country and the defense system, I thought if immune system is equal to defense system, that means our body must be performing similarly. Then I start comparing a body with a country. Similarly, in a country there is a wall, there is a fencing which separates a particular country from other countries or neighbors. Very similar to that, our body is also surrounded by skin. And that skin differentiate the body from its surrounding. And in this body, who are the citizens? They are nothing, they are the cells, individual cells. The body is made up of multicellular cells. Our body is multicellular. That means the cells are the real citizen of our body. And our body is a country. And like a country where from citizens some peoples are selected and trained to defend and protect the country. Very similar to that, in our cells, in our body also, some cells are selected. Some cells are trained to protect the body from foreigners, invaders, and those who illegally arise in our body. Then I got the thinking that why it is called the defense system of our body. Today, I am going to explain you how our body defense system works to protect our body. Who are the selected cells responsible for protecting our body? Where is the training center of our cells? Where they are trained to protect the body. There must be a training center like a country where some districts and some cities are selected for training center as a training center for the army peoples, for the policemen, where their peoples are trained. Very similar to that, our body must have some special parts where these important cells, selected cells, are trained how to identify foreigner, how to control it, how to kill it, how to protect our body. They are trained. And one more thing, our body must have a particular area from where these important cells arises. So this is a little comparison between a country and a body. Now I think you are very well understand what we are going to study. What I am going to tell you about, I am going to tell you about the body defense system. Now we will start stepwise understanding the immune system of our body. I am going to rub this figure and I am going to explain you further about the immune system of our body. Now there is no more requirement for this in figure of a country. I will explain you stepwise and word-wise what are the words used in this. Now I have written here a word immunology. What do we understand by immunology? Immunology is a word which is made from two words. One is immune and the other is logy. Now the question is, what do we mean by immune? This immune word arises from a Latin word immunis, which means to get rid of. and logy means study. Now let us understand what it wants to explain us. Immune means to get rid of. To get rid of means get free from some unwanted things. If a guest, for example, very similar in our common home, daily life, whenever a guest come in our homes, on first day we are very happy from that guest. We serve him. We provide him eatable things, drinkable things, and we are very delighted to serve him. But if that guest wants to live with us for more than 2 or 3 days, then we start thinking how to serve him. Because the things will be finished. Whatever we will provide him, eatable things, that are limited we are having. From where we will get such eatable things to provide him? From that point, we will start facing problem and we will start thinking how to get rid of him. When he will go, how to send him away from our house. Very similar to that. When a foreign particle like virus, bacteria, pathogens enters in our body, listen, that foreign particles is not a part of our body. That is a foreigner. Our body do not want it, but it has entered in our body. So our body starts a mechanism, starts a performance, start a reaction in a cascade manner to eliminate that foreign particles from our body. Our body always tries to get rid of it because that foreign particle is creating imbalance in our body. That foreign particles is disturbing our body cells. So, such type of activity is called immunis. And whenever we start studying how this system works, how our system perform a cascade activities to get rid of such foreign particles, when we study about it, it is called immunology. Immunology term was first of all used by Leah. Wait, 1 minute. Okay, now the term immunology was first of all used by a Russian biologist named as Ilya Ilyich Metnikov. Why he used this term? That is a question. And there is a reason behind it and a story behind it. One day, he was doing an experiment. He caught starfish larva and put a thorn on it, pinched by a thorn in its body. After pinching a thorn, he found that in that particular area where the thorn was pinched, he found that some special cells are getting together. They are accumulating there. After few days, when the pinched area was repaired, he found no more cells there, which gathered earlier. Then he thought that if any foreign particle or any foreign body will enter in any body, there are some special cells who will reach that particular infected area and will try to repair that area, will try to destroy the antigen and will try to repair that area. That means the body starts getting rid of that foreign particles. From that experiment, that logic, he concluded the word immunology, immune system. But the father of immunology is considered, or father of immunology, credit is gone to Edward Jenner. Why? Because he invented a smallpox vaccine. For that special work, he is considered as father of immunology. And for this experiment, Ilya Ilyich Mechanikov's experiment, because that is the beginning of that particular immune system branch, immunology branch. For that special work, he was given a Nobel Prize in 1908. Okay, now these are the histories about immunology. Now I'm going to tell you what are the systems, immune systems in our body, what are the parts of immune system in our body, who are the soldiers of our body who will protect us from any unwanted particles, whether it is come from outside of the body or whether it is developed itself by the body. So let's begin to understand it. Immune system. Immune system. Look, here we are calling immune system. Immune means to get rid of. We understand very well. But why we call it system? Because in a system, each and every part works together in a well coordinated manner. There is a coordination between different parts of a system. After coordinating, they will perform a special task. Here also in our body, there are many parts of immune system. There are many cells in our system. But they are not free. They are well coordinated with each other. And they perform and protect our body in a well coordinated manner. So we are writing here immune system. Now we will understand what are the parts of immune system and who are the special cells who are called soldiers of our immune systems. Okay, immune system. In immune system, we will go through two parts. First is lymphoid organs. And then other is the most important soldiers, immune cells. Now, what are the lymphoid organs in our body? These lymphoid organs are here in our body. I have shown here. First lymphoid organ is tonsil. When we open our mouth, here inside in the posterior part of our buccal cavity, there is tonsil. One pair of tonsil we are having there. Then we are having another lymphoid organ, and that is thymus. Thymus, it is located here in our chest, above the sternum, in the middle of the sternum. Now after that we will get liver. You know very well our liver is located here, and here is spleen, here is lymph node, and the last one is bone marrow. Lymph node is connected like our circulatory system. In our body, there are many blood vessels which are responsible for carrying blood to different parts of our body from heart. Very similar to blood vessels, we are also having a lymphatic vessel system which collects the lymph from different parts of body and pour it in lymph node. So here we are having lymphatic vessels. We will understand all these organs separately in each lecture. I will explain you lymphoid organs in a separate lecture, separate chapter. Now let's understand about the immune cells. Here is the bone marrow. You know very well bone marrow. This is the femur bone of our body. And this bone interiorly is consist of myeloid tissue. That myeloid tissue contains totipotent cells. In that totipotent cells, they are having a tendency to form a whole body. So they are also called as stem cells. From that stem cells, totipotent cells, I am going to show you. Look, here I am dissecting a part, and if I remove a myeloid tissue from it, myeloid tissue, and in this myeloid tissue I will get hematopoietic stem cell. This hematopoietic stem cell is very special stem cell because this cell is having a tremendous tendency, it is having a capacity to form different cells of our blood. Whatever types of blood are found in our blood, they are developed from here. Hematopoietic stem cell. These hematopoietic stem cells, after getting a special signal, can form two types of progenitor cells. First is myeloid progenitor cells. And the second is lymphoid progenitor cells. Myeloid progenitor cells, according to demand, according to requirement, according to signaling of our body, can form different type of cells. First, it can form monocyte. These monocytes, after getting signal, can differentiate into two types of special cell that are the phagocytic cell, which engulfs the foreign particles very easily and protect our body. First is macrophage and the other is dendritic cells. These myeloid progenitor cell can also form basophils. These basophils, after reaching in tissue, can become mast cell. These myeloid progenitor cell can also form neutrophils. And one more type of cells, and that is called eosinophils. These are the important cells which our myeloid progenitor cells can form. And if we go here in lymphoid progenitor cells, this cell can also form different types of cell. What are they? Actually, we are focusing only the important blood cells which are responsible for defense system, which works in defense system. Besides these cells, we are also having RBC, platelets, megakaryocytes, but they are not involved in any defense system, any defense mechanism. So we are not going to discuss about it. We are only focusing and studying those important WBC cells, white blood cells, which works in our defense system. Now I am going to tell you about this lymphoid progenitor cell. This lymphoid progenitor cell can form a special type of cell, and that is T cell progenitor cell, T progenitor cell or T cell progenitor. T cell progenitor. Progenitor. Why we call it progenitor? because this T cell is going to form a specific type of cells. Specific type of cells are going to originate from these T cell. So this T cell is called progenitor. Or it can differentiate into different type of cells, like it can differentiate into T memory cell, oh, here is very small space. Now I am going to explain this one here, okay. So here I will rough and make some space to explain that, otherwise you will be unable to see that word. I am going to write only the lymphoid progenitor cells here. Lymphoid progenitor cells. These lymphoid progenitor cells are having capacity to form T memory cells. It can also form CTC cell, cytotoxic T cell. It can also form T helper cells. These T helper cells are of two types, T helper cell first and T helper cell second. Now this lymphoid progenitor cell can also give birth to a B cell progenitor. This B cell progenitor can form plasma cell and memory cell. These are our soldiers. These are the soldiers: macrophage, dendritic cell, mast cell, neutrophil cells, eosinophils, T memory cells, and then here also, not this one, here also T memory cell, cytotoxic T cell, T helper cell first and second, plasma cell and memory cell. All these are special type of WBCs which can be considered as our soldiers of our body, like army, police system, navy system, air force system. These cells are trained where? Here, in lymphoid organs. They are trained in bone marrow, they are trained in thymus, they are also little bit trained in spleen. And after getting training, they are released in peripheral blood vascular system. In peripheral blood vascular system, when they meet foreign particles, they start killing it. They start destroying it. And in this way, our soldiers protect us. Besides cellular immunity, these are the soldiers who directly kills, or who are favoring or who are helping us in destroying the foreign particles. These are the important cells of our body, WBC. Okay. These are the today whatever we have studied is the introduction. Now in next lecture class I will tell you about the immunity which are having in our body. Immunity, that means the types of immunity. Types of immunity, I mean to say that some immunity or some capacity each and every animal having by birth to fight against the foreign particles. That type of immunity is called innate immunity. We will go through it. And some immunity we achieve after birth. That type of immunity is called acquired immunity. We will go through this topic in next video classes. So thank you very much for watching my lecture class and welcome in next class. Thank you.